start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Understanding that my knees go weak. What's happening to me in the dark? Can you tell me what it means?
This time. So listen. First and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You gonna continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you won't get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So before we jump in, of course, I want to thank you so much for your love. Like, share, subscribes, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. I don't always get to acknowledge in the middle of my message, you gifting. Thank you, beautiful. But I definitely will acknowledge you when I post this on YouTube after this, all right? So, chosen ones, let's get started. So, first and foremost, I had to let you know, you getting so caught up in your past decisions that you don't even realize that you getting presented another opportunity at it. You understand me? Now, what do I mean? See, chosen ones, there's some of you that are being very hard on you. You understand me? Now, what do I mean? See, either you're being hard on yourself because of the people that you've been selecting haven't always been reciprocating the same energy that you were given. There's some of you that's hard on you based upon past decisions that you made. So this could have been you doing drugs and individuals around you having to see or deal with that addiction side of you. See, you looking at that as a negative, but you're not realizing the opportunity that's getting presented to you, right? See, again, there's some of you that battle certain addictions. You may not have felt like you played the proper parental figure, but chosen ones, you have another opportunity to show them a different way. So the same way that you made an impact on them negatively, you have another opportunity to show them what you was willing to do. See, when you, again, at the end of your story, they're not going to be thinking about what you coulda, shoulda have did. They're not going to think about how they life could have been different had they may not have made those selections. You understand me? You're showing them that you was willing to, again, work through certain demons that you had and release them. Not only that, chosen ones, there's some of you that, again, we're going to stay in the parental figure, that aspect in a sense, right? There's some of you right now, masculines, I got to talk to you. There's some of you feminines as well. Matter of fact, let me regroup this, right? Divine chosen ones. There's some of you that may not have played a proper parental figure for your children. So your firstborn, you may not have been around for them. Your secondborn, they may have seen you go through other certain stories, so on and so forth, right? Now, what do I mean? See, chosen ones, there's some of you that feel like if you have another child, that you get a new fresh start, right? You feel like because you failed to play a position for that past one, that if you have a new one, now you get to step up and you never gonna put them through what you did to the other one, right? Now hear me out. Chosen ones, see, you have good intentions because you want to prove that you made a difference, right? You want to prove that you changed your ways, but you're going around it about it the wrong way. See, what if I told you, instead of talking about how you can start over with another child, how you may not have felt like you played a parental figure to the other one, how whether or not that was because you had children with a narcissist and they try to keep you from them, whether or not that was your circumstances where you felt like you wouldn't be beneficial to them, whether or not that you had certain addictions or you was depressed, so on and so forth, so you couldn't always be available for them, so on and so forth, right? What if I told you, chosen ones, instead of having a new child, you can actually do right by that child that you wasn't doing right by before? So instead of having that child witness you, now step up and play a proper parental figure to this new individual, you would realize that at that time, if you chose to do that, chosen ones, what would happen? Now that past child that you already didn't do right by, the past child that didn't get to see you in your best light. You understand me? Now they have to witness you step up and play a parental figure to somebody else instead of you doing right by them. See, chosen ones, you had in good intentions, but you was doing it wrong, right? Not only that, there's some of you that again are not realizing that God is presenting you another opportunity to do certain things differently. See, there's some of you that may have felt like you missed out on certain love opportunities. When that person crossed paths with you, you may not have been ready to love. You may not have known how to receive it. So when they was around again, you may not have been able to align with them, right? You may not have felt like you played a proper position, right? God is going to grant you another opportunity. So for those people who feel like they missed their chance, God's going to present another opportunity, and he wants to see what you're going to do then. See, you talking about how you wish you would have been able to say these things to that person, how you wish you could have did certain things differently. God's like, okay, I'm going to present you the opportunity. Now let's see what you're going to do. You talking about how you holding on about how you crossed paths with that chosen one, but you wasn't in a position to certainly choose them nor get chose by them. So therefore now you talking about what you wish you would have had an opportunity to do, how you wish you would have been with that person, how you would, okay. Cool. Now God's presenting an opportunity to you. How you said that if you got another opportunity, how you wish you would have expressed your feelings to them, how you wish that you would have reciprocated certain love back towards them. God is going to present you another opportunity to see them, and he wants to see what you're going to do. See, you can't talk about how you wish that you can do differently if God presents you the opportunity, but you choosing to do the same moves. See, chosen ones. It's getting presented. See, certain job opportunities that you felt like you missed out on, certain money that, again, you wish that you would have held on to. See, chosen ones, when I tell you, think about this. You know how if you in your house and you ain't got nothing to eat or drink, and you start thinking about that day when you had all those things to drink and you was wasting them, how you could have had a selection of options to choose from. Now you have none. Now you talking about what you wish you would have did in that situation. See, there's some things that, again, when God presented it to you, you looked over them. You didn't want them. You was looking at another direction. You felt like, again, there was something else that was missing, and God was telling you, you currently in the position that you was praying to be in. Are you acknowledging it, chosen ones? Huh? There's some of you that's hard on yourself because of the person, the selections that you used to choose. See, chosen ones, what if I told you that some individuals that you attracted to, certain people that you feel are truly for you, this could be certain soulmates, false twin flames, certain family and friend dynamics that you was in. What if I told you that you felt a connection with those people because they was familiar to you? But you ain't realized at the time how you was familiar with these people. Now, what do I mean? See, when you cross paths with that person, you felt like you knew them instantly. See, with that being said, you thought that this was your person. You thought that this was a person that you were supposed to be with. Whole time, this is somebody that you were used to be connected to in a past lifetime that you learned lessons from. That God had them spin the block in a sense. You crossed back paths with them. They was familiar, but you couldn't put a name on it, right? See, this person in your past life could have played you. This person in your past life could have did certain things to you. That person in your past life could have played a position that, again, was more so like a karmic than your divine person. But because they seem familiar with you, you thought that this is a person that God presented to you for you to be with when you was really coming across the same individual that you used to deal with, right? Huh? All right, cool. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, you get too caught up in that connection that you're not really seeing certain things for what it is. See, you feel like you don't want to give up on that person because you know certain areas that they lacking in. See, you know that they was hurt. You know that they was used. You know that they was abused, so on and so forth, right? So you got loyalty to these individuals, not realizing that what you really loyal to. What comes with that individual, certain karma and consequences based upon the last time that they ran into you. You understand me? So there's certain individuals that are meeting they false twin flames first or meeting they false soulmates first. And God wants to see, are you paying attention to the signs and synchronicities? See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you got to go based upon what you're feeling intuitively. You understand me? Now let's talk. There's some of you right now that don't feel like you in the correct position that you need to be in. There's some of you that's feeling like you're limited in a sense, right? Because certain things that you are not currently seeing. Now, what do I mean? There's some of you that feel like you got to be financially abundant before you can call in the person that's for you. You feel like you have to have a certain dynamic in a sense before God's going to have certain people come towards you. Now, hear me out, chosen ones. That's not the case. See, what if I told you, chosen ones, that those individuals who are so quick to try to do certain get-rich-quick schemes, see, we already know what God does in a sense. God sits there and allows them to do what they do. You understand me? Operate from whatever energies that they want to. But God also knows that those individuals don't have longevity that comes with it. Sometimes they'll see a quick glimpse of what it would have been right had they did the right thing, right? So, chosen ones, there's some of you that's feeling less about you based upon material things that's connected to you. But what if I told you that love and time is all that you need? Now, what do I mean? See, one, you hard on yourself because you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be. See, you allowing this 3D earth time to get in your mind. See, you feeling like you're not progressing the whole time. You have to realize that slowly but surely you get in the incline, right? Slowly but surely you starting to uprise. But because you in the movement of doing it, because you are currently in the process of processing it, that you don't always realize that you're progressing then, right? See, chosen ones, when I tell you time truly doesn't exist, that's true. See, what if I told you, what's the difference between you and, say, Alaska in a sense? You know how Alaska, where they can have 30 days of night or 30 days of day where it doesn't get dark at a certain time? That if you go there 3 a.m. in the morning, or the a.m., because I don't like saying morning, but 3 a.m. in the a.m., how it looks the same as if it would be 3 p.m.? So hear me out. If you didn't have certain things to decipher what your day was, so what the end of the day was for you, that means that you would have from this time that you started to the time that you chose to stop in order to make certain improvements, right? You wouldn't be so hard on you. You wouldn't be so pressured in, right? Because you know that, again, it's based upon the work that you're putting in. So, again, this person's beginning of the day could start at 3 a.m. The other person could start at 6 a.m. See, the difference between that is when that person started and when they chose to, again, throw that talent in a sense. You understand me? So what if I told you that certain life or 3D shit is putting pressure on you, feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be at in a sense, and the whole time you have to realize that this is a marathon. You have to slowly but surely go along, right? Not only that, chosen ones, there's some of you that's feeling like you're limited based upon your finances. Now, what if I told you there's certain things that love can get you that money can't buy? Now, what do I mean? See, you gotta think there's certain millionaires and billionaires that don't have love around them. So they got certain people trying to set them up, certain people that's trying to down them, certain people that's just using them based upon what they can provide for them, so on and so forth, right? Okay, cool. But so they got money, but they don't got individuals who are around them that truly love them, right? Okay, what's the difference? See, you can have people that love you, that's going to love you despite the position that you in. So whether or not you have finances or you have money, there's not going to be no change in how they treating you, right? This is somebody that truly loves you for you. So if you love somebody, you're going to protect them. If you love somebody, you're going to respect them. There's certain things that money can't buy. You understand me? Not only that, chosen ones, hear me out. See, there's some of you that feel like all you have to do, all you have to offer is love and time. And for some reason, you feel like that's not enough. Now, hear me out. It's all about your perspective. See, chosen ones, if time was all that somebody had and they gave you that, that would be a blessing then, right? Now, we all know that you don't really know what day is your last day. Well, you understand, some of us do, but some of us don't, right? Now, chosen ones, with that being said, if you treat every day like it's your last, right? If you know that there's a chance that this is the last person that you're going to speak with, the last person that you're going to see then, that would be a difference then, right? See, chosen ones, you have to realize you talking about the all you have is time for certain individuals, thinking that, again, because you don't have finances or material things to offer to them, you feel like you are not a benefit towards them. That's not true. See, what's the difference? If somebody has 5 months to live, right? What do they say that to that individual? They ask them, well, we want to make sure that they last days are nothing but happiness. We want to make sure that they last days they surrounded by love, affection. They doing all the things that they wanted to do. We going to make sure that they last days they comfortable, so on and so forth, right? See, there's some of you that was unappreciative of the time that other people was putting in. Now, what do I mean? Because that person chose to take a risk with having you be the last person that they talked to, connected with, the last person that they seen, so on and so forth, right? See, again, at any point in time, people can have their exit. So this person that sat there and selected you to be around them, not knowing when God was going to call for them, they sat there and wanted to invest in you. They wanted to love you. They wanted to, again, spend time with you. You don't realize that time is very valuable, chosen ones. You understand me? You have to realize that. There's some of you that's trying to rush to certain positions because you feel like, again, you're not at the position that you're supposed to be, but you got time to achieve it. So therefore, again, you missing out on that blessing. The fact that God see fit for you to have another day to work at certain things that you want to do. The fact that God gave you another opportunity to right those wrongs that you did to certain individuals. See, you don't see how valuable time is because you allowing the devil and certain demonic individuals to compare you and compare where you're at to their progress. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I want you to really think about that. Time is everything. So the person who puts time into you, the person who spends time with you, the person who, again, is willing to take that risk that you're the last person that they see, the last person that they talk to, that they willing to put you before certain things that they want to build for them. I'm trying to tell you, you're not even realizing, chosen ones. You've been favored. You understand me? You're favored. See, again, you have to realize time is very valuable. You have to realize that, chosen ones. So what are you taking time and doing? Some of you are pausing your progression because you're thinking about the past things and the past moves that you made, not even realizing that you're putting yourself through the same karmic cycle again. That God's giving you an opportunity to let go of it. You so caught up with what happened to you, you don't see what's happening on behalf of you. You so caught up what so-and-so did to you that you don't see what God's doing for you. You so upset that so-and-so didn't believe in you, but you're not realizing that God is having certain things align with you because he believed in you. So you upset because they thought that you couldn't do it, but you trying to prove them wrong, but instead of proving God right. God sit there and is having certain things happening right now in your life, and you may not realize at the time how it's happening on behalf of you. Because you so caught up in other individuals' opinions, other individuals' moves that they're going to make, other people's decisions. You out here pausing your progression, waiting for them to catch up. What if I told you, chosen ones, don't waste your life on them? There's some of you right now that are not making certain moves that you want to do because you want somebody to go with you. So if there's a risk that there's a chance, chosen ones, that person's not going to step up and play the position that they're supposed to play. You can have a twin flame, a soulmate. There's a risk that they're going to allow outside things to get to their head where they're not going to make the moves that God's telling them to do. There's some of you that will wait forever, waiting for this individual, right? So instead of going to these places that you want to visit, instead of having all these experiences, you waiting and not doing it, you sitting out in a sense because you want that person to come with you. But what if they don't? What regret will you have then? See, instead of wishing that you would have went to that location, you can go to that location and just imagine how life would have been had that person went with you. Why would you risk sitting out on certain things that God's presenting to you because that person won't go with you? No. You understand me? You got to keep moving. Don't pause your progression, chosen ones. Don't wait for them to get it, chosen ones. You can sit there, and this is almost equivalent to, you know how, I used to play basketball, so let's say this. Chosen ones. There used to be certain games that we used to play, right? Where whether or not that's 21, whether or not, whatever the case may be, around the world, whatever the case may be, or let's say like a 2-on-2, right? Okay, cool. So this is like, there's my partner that I work well with. So that's almost like that Kobe and Shaq, almost like that Ray Allen and KG, Rondo type of vibe. You understand me? That it's almost like that Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, so on and so forth, right? So there's a person that you work well with. they naturally, you two flow well together, right? Now, say you at the park, you want to play, but that person didn't show up on time that day, so you waiting. See, you can either sit back and watch everybody else play, and because you don't have that partner that you want, the person that you work well with, that's like you sitting back seeing everybody else get caught into the game, but you can't play because that person's not there to play with. See, you can sit there and watch everybody else having fun. You can watch everybody else moving around. And you could sit there and miss out because you waiting for that person to leave their house, or you waiting for that person to show up. Now, hear me out, chosen ones. Or you could go into the game. God's going to send somebody else in who can move a certain type of way. Somebody that may not naturally know what you like to do, but the fact that they will be able to flow with you, that they willing to make those moves, right? See, you could be waiting for your twin flame, your soulmate, the person that you want to build certain things with, the person that you personally selected, the person that you feel naturally inclined with. See, you can wait for them to show up, but what if you realize that they went and did other things? What if they didn't do the work that they were supposed to do and their mother or father told them that they couldn't play? That's equivalent to certain people not learning their lessons. That's some people not willing to let go of their past situations. That's them not willing to let go of their ego, them not allowing themselves to separate themselves from that evil, so on and so forth, right? So you would be waiting. And God's telling them that they can't come play with you because they didn't do the same work as you. They was told to clean their room, they didn't. That was God telling them to clear out their energy. They were supposed to clean up their mess. That was them confessing to certain things that they did so that they can learn their karmic lessons. They were supposed to let go of that attitude. So that was equivalent to these people not let go of the karmic, that way of thinking, that ego, so on and so forth, right? So God told them that there's certain things that they needed to do before they can come outside and play with you. So now they stuck in their room. Now they looking from a window from afar, watching you do the things that you felt like doing. See, they can either tell you to wait for them, but again, they so busy pouting, they so busy still getting caught up in certain distractions, so on and so forth, right? So, but you did the work. When your mother, which is, let's say, your father, which is God, God told you to clean up, you cleaned up on time. God told you to do your work, you did your work, and you ain't even questioning. You didn't ask oh, can I do this later? Nah, you did the work first, right? See, that's what you got to realize, chosen one. There's certain karmic individuals that you was connected to that they wanted to get rich quick scheme. They didn't want to do the same work as you. God told them, okay, do your work first, and then you can play. But they chose to play and not do their work that day. God told them, okay, well, you can have this, but you got to work, get away from the people that were keeping you limited. They chose not to do that. They chose to put certain things off, so now they got to deal with them. They thought that they can keep passing it off, passing it off, passing it off. God's like, nah, I gave you so many chances. See, when I told you to let go of that person, you didn't. So now I'm going to have them let go of you, and you about to have your feelings hurt. Okay, when I told you that that job wasn't for you, that it was disrupting the peace within you, you decided to stay there. You said that you didn't want to quit because you ain't know where you was going to go to. Okay, cool. Now God fired you. Now God got you fired. So what does that mean? Now you're going to have to do the same thing. The only difference is now they forced you out of that position when God gave you an opportunity for you to leave and you to apply to different things, and you was going to get that approval. It's going to happen regardless. That's why time is very important. Time has everything play out for you. You're going to see who did the work and who didn't do it. You're going to see certain lies come to the, you understand, light. Certain things that was done in the dark now is getting presented in the light. Certain things, lies that were told, the truth's coming out. Certain things that were stolen getting returned back to you and taken from somebody else. See, you have to realize, chosen ones, time is on your side. How that song goes where they say, time is on your side. You heard me. And I ain't just talking about that Con Air type of vibe. Like, literally, time works on behalf of you. Because one, everything that you felt intuitively, is it not getting presented to you? You thought so-and-so was doing black magic on you. You ain't had no proof. Now that proof got presented towards you. You ain't have no proof that that person was gang stalking you. Then all of a sudden, God sat there and presented the receipts towards you. You thought that that person was getting away, but keep frauding certain things. And the whole time you ain't realized God had the federales watching them and they about to get hemmed up. Huh? Time is all you need. The main thing that you have to learn is patience. Because you, excuse me, you're in a rush. Not even realizing that time works on our behalf. It's here to help us. You understand me? You speak your truths and you sit back and let God sit there and make certain moves. You allow God to present certain things towards you. You understand me? See, chosen ones again, those individuals who are out there hating on you for no reason. They hated on you. They try to take finances from you before you even had money coming through. They wanted nobody to love you before you even had individuals around you loving you. They didn't want you to get attention before people was even giving you certain recognition. So God sat there and seen what they was doing when you were limited in a sense. He's seen how ungrateful, how spiteful, how hateful they were. So guess what God's going to do? Oh, you was mad at so-and-so. You wanted their money to be limited even when they already was struggling with certain finances. Well, you about to be super mad. Because now you about to see, okay, you was mad at them when they ain't had nothing. Now they about to have it all. We about to see how mad you going to get. Oh, they was mad when you wasn't in a relationship. You ain't had nobody that was stepping up and playing a position. Okay, cool. God's about to have them real mad when he sends certain people towards you that's loving on you, acknowledging you, pouring life into you. Okay, cool. Oh, they thought that they was limiting you when you was insecure about certain things about you. Oh, they was mad then. Now they really gonna be mad because now you got your confidence back and you embracing who you are. Huh? Everything that they sat there and was spiteful for, they had no reasons to target you. They was mad because instead of being what they was supposed to be, they was too busy imitating you. They was mad because they was unsuccessful at beating you. They was mad because now they realizing the same energy that they sent towards you is the same ones taking themselves out. That they realizing that they could have just skipped the middleman instead. Now, what do I mean? Because they didn't sat there and play magic to try to play in your head when they played themselves instead. They sat there and conjured up certain demons to try to get you, to take you out, or put death spells on you. Whole time they ain't realized that death is coming to them. So therefore, they might as well have missed that middleman, which was you, and give it to themselves instead. I'm trying to tell you, because they starting to see. Had they not played in no energy, had they not sent certain things towards you, had they not did certain things, then they would be cool. But the fact that they went above and beyond to make sure that you felt limited. They went above and beyond to cause chaos and destruction around you. They went above and beyond to try to ruin the reputation of you. Now they seeing that no matter what they sent towards you, it didn't affect you because God's still blessing you. They still going to have to sit there and watch and witness it. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. These karmics is receiving that karma. And you looking at them too. See, some of them are going to start dibbling and dabbling in certain drugs more. Why? Because they trying to escape their truth. They don't want to see when it's going to happen. Again, it's almost like that movie in a sense. They don't realize, thank you so much, beautiful. They don't realize things is about to happen when they did. Those past partners that sat there and tried their best to make sure that you left that relationship without nothing. They sat there and tried to strip everything from you. They tried to take your confidence. They tried to take your character. They tried to take your finances. They tried to have you battling with them. They tried to have you limited. They wanted you dependent. And the fact that you kept on pushing and God's presenting you certain blessings, now they realize that had they played the position that God asked them to do, God was telling them to do right by you because he knew that you was going to have certain finances come through, that you was going to be able to bless these individuals. See, chosen ones, we don't chase, we choosing. You heard me? See, God knew exactly what he was doing. See, when you looked like all you had was love and time available for them, they felt like you was limited. That wasn't good enough. Now they starting to realize that that love that you had for God is guiding you. Where is that love for God guiding you to? Your purpose, which you love to do, which then actually guides you to that profit that gets presented to you, which now aligns you with recognition that people are giving you, which then aligns you with, again, opportunities that get presented to you. The cycle will keep on going. You understand me? See, they didn't realize that the love that you had for them had you, again, breaking your back in a sense to provide certain things for them. That there were certain things that you was going above and beyond to do for them that you ain't had to do. But the love that you had for these individuals, or the love that you wanted them to feel, in a sense, led you to make certain things happen that you may not have wanted to do then. You understand me? See, when people say love can't pay your bills, you don't know what love is then. You ain't never experienced. See, that love that a mother has for her child is going to have and give her the strength to figure it out. That love that father has gives him certain energy that he ain't have times that he felt like he was limited. He got his ass up and clocked in then. See, that love that he has for his child has him beating or battling that person or that demon that he had a child with in order to see them. See, the love that they have for their child, that they willing to work and have their whole paycheck go to them, only got $1 to their name, but that's cool because they got time with their child. You understand me? See, again, people who tell you love can't pay your bills, they ain't never experienced it. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. I'm trying to tell you, love will have you do certain things that, again, you ain't feel like you had the ability to do. Gives you strength that you ain't know that you had until you got presented in that position with those individuals. See, when they say love will make you do certain things. See, love will have you let go of certain people that's hurting you or hurting the person that you're supposed to be divinely connected to. Love will have you have to be a villain in this person's book in order to be a hero in the person that you're supposed to be with. You understand me? See, I'm trying to tell you, the love for your purpose will have you getting up, doing it every day, regardless, before that profit comes in. See, love will protect you. Love is something that you need before you feel like certain things can come towards you. See, you done got people who use you as so many times, chosen ones. So God is holding back certain finances to you because he knows as soon as you get on, you're going to try to take certain people with you. And these are the same people that downplayed you, doubted you, didn't believe in you, didn't see you as successful, didn't see the great in you, or if they did, they chose not to select you because they was based upon other people's opinions. See, there's some people that their biggest test is going to be them not going based upon other people's opinions. See, there's certain people that love you right now, but they not telling you. They got that ego within them. There's certain people that, again, are so upset with you because you walked away from them when they had a decision to make the right choice, but they didn't. There's some people that's mad at you, that you finally selected you, that you finally chose you, that you finally pouring into you, that you finally got certain things getting blessed and presenting to you. They feeling a certain type of way because when they knew you, you couldn't get to that. Why? Because God seen that they loved you, but only loved you within a certain blueprint. They only loved you to a certain extent. They ain't love you enough to let go of all that karmic shit based upon the things that came with it. They ain't love you enough to delete all that person's pictures from their profile, had that person feeling a certain type of way. They wanted you to accept that. See, they didn't love you enough for them to put their pride to the side for them to respond to you. There's certain people that's looking at your messages right now and still ain't say nothing to you. And then all of a sudden, now, when they finally get that nudge, it's going to be too late because somebody else already done stepped up. Now they're going to be expecting you to be loyal to them when really, they wasn't loyal to you from the beginning. There's certain people, again, I always speak on behalf of I can speak for myself. Now, my twin flame, okay, that's who I initially am supposed to be with. But if he chose not to step up and play his position, God's not going to have me sit out from it. Again, this is almost like, this is not those pizza parties when we was children. You know how they say, if this person act up, okay, well, now everybody can't get the pizza. Now, if this person act up, now everybody who was acting good can't get certain things. Nah, this ain't those pizza parties from the 90s. You understand me? You're not about to miss out because that person don't want to step up. You're not about to miss out on love or somebody, again, your twin flame may naturally know you. Your twin flame may naturally reflect certain energy as you. But if your twin flame don't chose to step up and play the position that they supposed to, God's going to have somebody else that prepared for that position to play that with you. Somebody that may not know exactly what you like for them to do, but they willing to make certain moves on behalf of you. Somebody that may not know exactly what you want, but they may not have it, but they'll get it for you. Somebody that's like, what? You won't see so-and-so's greatness? You don't see that so-and-so's loyal, so-and-so's a great mother or father, so-and-so's a good provider, so-and-so got a strong mind, so-and-so got this. Somebody else gonna be looking around like, hey, yo, somebody dropped this. See, people don't realize who you are because God had you wrapped up a certain type of way, chosen ones. See, when you had something valuable, I want you to think about in the mail, right? Amazon, whatever the case may be. You know how they say, well, from the outside looking in, they won't know what's in this package in a sense. So they'll either disguise it up so that they think it's coming from something else, so on and so forth, right? The same thing came pertaining to you. God knew how valuable you are. What you speak comes true. Anything that they seeking, you speaking to them, and that's what they seeing. They know that protection, abundance, prosperity, again, love, loyalty, they know all of that comes with you, right? But God's like, I don't want the wrong person to grab it. So what he do? He sit there and wraps you up. See, from the untrained eye, they look at you and they'll look over you. They like, man, that's junk mail. That's your junk package. They'll leave you out there in the rain. They'll leave it out there in the snow. They'll leave it out there in the sun, so on and so forth, right? Because they looking at it and they like, man, they ain't really packaging like nothing, right? So again, they looked over you because they ain't see the great in you. They ain't know what was expected to come, right? They ain't realized that when they prayed that day, God started to prepare their package. So when they made a prayer, in a sense, for love, light, abundance, prosperity to come in, they ain't realized, like Amazon Prime, God was sending that in real time. He was packaging you up. See, again, when they said certain prayers, they ain't realized that they was going to see it right away, in a sense. See, they didn't know what they was ordering. That's people that's praying for certain things and they ain't even prepared for them, right? That's like people talking about they want love, but they not willing to be vulnerable to it. They not willing to accept it. They not willing to release their feelings, so on and so forth, right? So hear me out. They made certain requests. God wrapped you up in that package. Again, because you wasn't all flashy, they ain't think that you was anything of value. See, that's equivalent to you not having a brand new car, you not having all these funds that you can spend on them. That's like you not having all these labels on you, so on and so forth, right? When they looked at you, they felt like you was basic. They thought that you was limited. The whole time they ain't realized what was inside that package. See, had they took a look in, they would have realized that you wasn't limited. They would have realized that you was a limited edition, in a sense. You understand me? See, you wasn't limited, chosen ones. You was a limited edition. That's the difference. You held value. Not everybody had an opportunity to cross paths with this. See, they was blessed. But they looked over it. Because other people said, man, throw that away. They see other people stepping over it. They ain't see no value. Okay, cool. See, now all of a sudden, somebody else crossed paths. And they discover you. And they looking around like, hey, yo, this somebody's package? Somebody left this? So-and-so that the package was for? It's like, shit, you can have it. They like, you sure? They ask another person, hey, yo, is this yours? Nah, that shit's been in the rain for too long. Nah, that shit's this. Okay, cool. See, that's equivalent to people looking over you because you've been single. They thinking that you're not beneficial. This is people looking over you because the past person that you went into didn't see value in you, so they didn't either. This is because you stay to yourself and they don't see that other people are pursuing you because you're not making it known to other individuals. They feel like because nobody else wants it that it's not value, but those people who cross paths with you didn't even know your value. But hear me out. The right person, again, is looking around like, hey, yo, this your package? That's certain individuals that's looking at you right now, trying to come up with a conclusion. If you take him, if you single, if you open to mingle, if you open to love, if somebody else got your time and your hands tied up, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, cool. Now, when nobody claims it, what they do? They sit there and take you home, in a sense. They place you in that position. They make sure they look over the package. They inspect it a little bit. They see that you still value. That's why God had you wrapped the way that he had you wrapped. See, that's you covering up your body in a sense. See, I gotta tell you, there's certain people that don't realize just because you don't show it off don't mean that your ass ain't got it. Huh? They out here sitting there again, choosing feminines who showing their body off. You cover your body up. Whole time they ain't realize that you packing more shit than the people that would, man, I'm trying to tell you. Not everybody's supposed to know that, though. They looking at you, not even realize that you Yeah, you really like that for real. See, chosen ones, this is equivalent to certain people looking down at you, making you feel less of you, because you got a car that they feel like is a putt-putt. It's an old school. Whole time your shit's paid off. Nobody can take it from you. Whole time they making payments for a car that they could never obtain, or they pay for a certain time, then it gets stripped away. Now they owe on that shit. Huh? See, God has it so that we put in a position that we get to pay it off. We ain't got to owe nothing. Our shit don't come with no interest. Our shit don't come with certain... No, we not limited. You understand me? We limited edition. That's the difference. They better know about that. You heard me? I'm trying to tell you. So they made you feel bad about you because you got a car that's paid off and it's not no new. It's an old school. Not even realizing that they playing passenger, princess, and somebody else's shit that got payments that they are now currently trying to collect. You understand me? They talking bad about you, but you can wake up and know that your car is going to be where you left it at. You ain't got to park it over here. I'm gonna see certain things are playing out on your benefit. You understand me? But from the untrained eye, they may have talked reckless about you. From the untrained eye, they may not have seen your value. Whole time, guys, like, let them think what they think. They about to see certain things happen differently. So that person that once was talking about you, about the vehicle that you had, they ain't even had no wheels. They was riding in somebody else's shit. Or somebody else paid for it. It was in somebody else's name. Or again, they didn't realize that in due time, they wasn't going to have finances that was going to be able to pay for it. See, God was like, nah, I'm going to see what they going to do. See, there's some of you that's scared to invite certain people over to your crib because you may feel like your crib ain't as good as they may expect it. That's your shit. You out here worried about the opinion of somebody else who don't even have a place to stay. You scared of what they gonna say about things that's limited in your crib when they limited a whole crib, so you guys are not the same. You out here again worrying about other people's opinions pertaining to you, not even realizing that those individuals do not have it like they appear to have it, chosen ones. You understand me? You scared that when you come over, you only got 2 pans to cook. Whole time they ain't had no meal in a few days. They've been getting fast food. So you talking about how you feel like you limited because you only got 2 pots to cook out from. But all of a sudden, if you had multiple pots and pans, you still would only use the 2 that you currently using. So you got to realize it's an illusion. It's all about perspective. What's the difference? You feeling like you limited because you only got 2 pans to your name. What's the difference between you having multiple pans, but these are your favorite? Huh? What's the same? Well, I mean, what's the difference? Huh? One you have, one you feel like you have control in. The other one you don't. That's the difference. What's the difference? You talking about how you feel limited because you got a family of 4 in a 2-bedroom apartment when there's certain people right now who have houses that's 2,000, 3,000 square feet that now are changing their house to an RV. What's the difference between you and them? You're in a position because you felt like you was limited, and those people who have everything want to be in the position that you're currently in. What's the difference? Perspective, right? I'm just saying. There's some people right now, you feel bad about you because you living in your vehicle. What's the difference between you living in your vehicle and the person who decides that they want to live in a van and travel all over the world? One is a choice and an option. The other one may be outside of your control. But it's all about perspective, right? You feeling like you limited when you currently in a position that other people are praying to be in. You talking about you can't make it until you move from that city when there's people who feel like they're going to make it when they move to the same city as you. It's about perspective, what you believe in, what you call and draw towards you, right? I'm just saying. You understand me? You talking about you can't quit that job that you have no peace in. You don't feel good because you talking about you got certain bills that come in. But if that job was to fire you tomorrow, what would you do? The same thing that you would have had done had you quit that job and walked away from them, you would have had to apply to certain places until you got that approval, right? I'm just saying, there's some of you that's stressing out about certain shit that is already planned ahead. God already done ordered your steps. You got to follow them. You sitting there asking God to follow your steps, and he done laid down certain blueprints towards you, in front of you, but you not walking on them. You not, how that work? It don't. So it's all about perspective. You talking about how, oh, that last love, how it didn't work out. Whole time you going to stay held up on what didn't work out when somebody else is in front of you right now who wants to work with you. You talking about how somebody didn't show love towards you, but there's 2 people right now in your inbox complimenting you. I'm just saying, love, you ain't gotta, just because you don't feel that spark and want to be in a relationship with them doesn't mean that God's not going to align people on your path that's supposed to play a certain position. You understand me? See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Gods and goddesses, that's the real chosen ones. We a God, we a goddess. We not the God, so don't get it twisted, right? But hear me out. I tell you, there's a difference between a queen and a king and a god and a goddess. See, a king and a queen, you think about it. They then overtook somebody else's shit. Somebody else then worked and they just got it passed on to them, right? They ain't really had to do nothing but just claim it, right? Now, what's the difference between a god and goddess? We create it. We don't get other people to pass on our shit. We create the opportunity. They said we can't do it here. Oh, there's no path for this. We'll create a different direction then. Half of the times it's an unknown territory that nobody else ever been in. See, before all these roads and stuff that they made, all of it used to be trees, right? So somebody had to maneuver through those trees in order to have a path, right? In order for certain things, right? See, chosen ones, we go into that unknown area. We go into that unknown territory. So we something like those street lights in a sense. We bring in illumination to certain things that we walking across from. You understand? See, chosen ones, don't let nobody tell you there's only one way to do something. It's not true. And even when it comes to pertaining to certain love, certain partnerships, certain moves, what you want to do, there's always another way. You understand me? But all you're supposed to do is show gratitude on what God's presenting to you and allowing God to guide you. That's not second guessing. Because you may not know why he's telling you to make this move right now, but you will see. See, have you ever sat there, chosen one? See, there's a difference between you and other individuals. See, have you ever seen in a fast food restaurant or the drive-through where this line is full, but this line don't have nobody, but everybody sees everybody lined up in this line, so they feel like they got to get right behind them, not even realizing they see you pull around and you go to that window. Now your order's getting taken now, and they could have been waiting there 10, 15, 20 minutes, but because they didn't make up their own opinion, they was allowing other people to guide them to make and stick to that decision, right? Huh? Have you ever seen that? Those people that this whole lane A is full, lane B don't got nobody, but because nobody's in it, they feel like there's something wrong with it. Something's off. Nah. These people in the other line lack common sense. They are followers. They not no leaders. They not used to heading in their own direction. So you sat there and listened to God and what God told you to do. Like, yo, you ain't got to wait on this. There's another route that you can take. And what happens? Now, all of a sudden, you move over, then you get your order taken, you move up, and what somebody else come behind you. Now they see, right? Not only that, have you ever been driving and you like, man, I should probably turn right here. And there's parts of you that's doubts on why you thinking it. So you keep driving, right? Whole time, what happens? Then you realize that there was a crash up here. Now you stuck in that lane when God told you that there was another way that you can go, but you ain't listening to him. You understand me? See, chosen ones, your intuition is your superpower. When you realize that, when you realize that your intuition, because people, again, you know what you know based upon you know what you know, not going no. You don't know based upon what they show. You know what you know, right? So there's some people that got to see certain physical proof before they make the moves that God tells them to. There's certain people, intuitively, God told you that that person cheated on you. God told you that that person didn't really believe in you. God told you that that person was using you. God told you that your friend was competing with you. So on and so forth, right? Thank you, babies. God had already told you, right? And you had the choice to listen. But the karmics told you that you was tripping. People didn't see that same vision, so they told you not to go with it. They try to deter you in a different direction. And in due time, you figured out that everything that God was telling you at that time started to show up, right? So that at that time you accused that person of cheating, they said that they didn't, and you ain't had no proof, you ain't see it. But all of a sudden the dude, not only that, chosen ones, again, trust your intuition, because you got to realize that God is communicating with you to prevent you from having to even go through what you go through, because he's telling you what they have intended towards you before they have an opportunity to do it. You understand me? So trust your intuition. Go with your discernment. It may not make sense at that time, but you're going to figure things out, right? Because when you used to, again, had you got the things that you once wanted, what type of position was you was in? There once was a time that you thought that so-and-so was your true person, where you thought that person loved you. You thought that the person was for you. Now you look back and you can't even stand thinking about that individual, right? But had you gotten what you wanted at that time, where would that have played out? Huh? So there's certain things that you don't see, and it's not for you to see. God just wants you to be it. Sometimes you don't see the progression that you have because you're currently in that path. Sometimes you may not see certain things clearly because you're currently in the maze. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Certain things are starting to play out for you, but you got to be positive. You got to know that it's working on behalf of you. There's a reason behind it. You may not realize that God will have you make a quick move to juke out those people who call themselves following you. Those people that's watching you. Those people that's targeting you. Sometimes you feel like you on the wrong path, but God has you taking a back road because those other people was front and center trying to see you have a crash. God's going to have you take that back road where, again, God could take that back road to a certain specific person. God could take a back road to that position as far as your job. That back road to the place that you're supposed to be living at. You could sit there and say, oh, you moving here, and you feel bad because you're not moving there. So you feel bad because everybody that you told that you about to move to this new location, now your ego's in hand because now you feel like you're not doing the things that you said that you was going to do. Whole time you ain't realized God told you to say what you said out loud to throw off other individuals that was tracking you, that was following you, that was trying to sabotage you. God had you say certain things loudly. You understand me? To throw certain people off that was watching you, chosen ones. You heard me? That's why, again, when God tells you to say something at that time, you say it. You don't know whose confirmation it is. You don't know what reason God's having you to do the things that you do and say the things that you say. You understand me? All roads lead to your success. But because you have to take a back road, don't think that you pausing your progression. Nah, God's about to finesse these people that's watching you. Again, they try to stop you when you felt like you was limited. The whole time you were limited edition. They ain't realized that the value was within you the whole time. They just had to hold you, treat you right. All they had to, there's certain people right now that, again, your twin didn't even realize that they would have everything handed to them had they handled you correctly. Huh? Trying to tell you, they can't play how they usually play with these toys. You got value in you. You understand me? Great things align. Remember, I never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive it, all right? Chosen ones, I got a course that's coming up. It's a 2-hour course. I will have it available for pre-sale soon. So within this next day or so, I'm going to have it at a smaller price. You understand me? Just up until the time. But after a certain date, it's going to go full price, all right? I'm going to let you know. But it's a whole course. It's a 2-hour course. How to identify karmic family, karmic relationships, karmic positions, how to identify them, how to remove yourself from the cycle with them, how, so on and so forth, right? It's a whole how-to 2-hour course. You understand me? This is going to help you decipher whether or not this is a karmic friend, whether or not this is your true friend, whether or not this is your soulmate or this is a karmic, whether that's a false twin or your true twin, so on and so forth, right? So I got you. I will say the link will be in my bio either later today or later tomorrow. And again, the price initially is going to be a smaller price. I'm going to have that for pre-sale. So before it's actually available to you, for the download to be sent towards you, it's going to be available as far as pre-sale, all right? I'll have all that for you. But I love you so much. Thank y'all for the coaching sessions. Y'all been booming. I love being able to serve as a confirmation for you. I love the shock value that you have when I'm speaking with you. Just the fact that certain things that you always felt, you get a confirmation so you realize that you knew what you was doing the whole time. You understand me? I love you. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, baby, you know how to reach me. Be great.